So we just went through that big storm here a few days ago, and I just wanted to show off what kind of helped out, which was having the little Jackery here, which is currently powering the lighting right now. Yeah. But no, it's a nice little power station here. Get a little closer look. It's hard to do. But yeah, um, it's very nice to have a little bit with the whole, solar and charge your phones, and you can run some stuff off of it, which I'm not sure if that would show up on camera at all, but scoot this back a little bit so it's not so crazy. Yeah, it's very enjoyable to have at least a little bit of power when, you know, all the lights go out and you have nothing else. So yeah, we got another one, and a much bigger one that can hopefully run the fridge for a few hours and hopefully do some other stuff. Like, it would be powerful enough to run a window air conditioner, or it would be powerful enough to run a television and like PlayStation to like watch DVDs or play video games when you're bored for like, I don't know, something like 6 or 8 hours. The new one, not the old Jackery right there. The Jackery right there can power your television for about 4 hours as long as nothing else is plugged into it, or a fan, like a 21-inch box fan on high for, about 4 hours, or on low for about 6 to 7.5 off a single charge. But also the problem with when it storms is that then you probably don't have sunlight till the next day. Now, if you're out of power for a long time, it was like we were able to charge the Jackery off the solar the next day, and then be able to use it to charge our phones, run a fan, keep us a little cooler, stuff like that. We're also able to take it on the first day and go to a place with power, because actually the pizza place in town had power, so that was only a few blocks away. They got their power up that very next day, but it took ours 3-4 days to come back after the storm, and now it's 3 days later, and some places still don't have power. So they're going 6+ days, and they look like they're not gonna get power for another 4 days or something. It's gonna be like 10 days without power, which, if you have a little solar backup thing, you can at least, and a solar panel to connect it to, you could have a little bit of power each day to, charge phones, do other stuff. You could, if your internet was up, you could run your Wi-Fi router so you could get internet and stuff like that. Like, my parents had a generator, and they've had that generator for like 15 years, but now they went to go use it, and the gas was spoiled in it, and they just couldn't. They drained it, and that did all that, and then my dad took it apart and cleaned it, and he broke the gasket to it and has to get a new gasket. And long story short, even though they had a generator that could theoretically run their whole house, they didn't maintain it, and it didn't help them at all. Where something like that is very easy to maintain. You just have to charge it and drain it about every 6 months, 4 months, go through a charge. But I mean, why not just keep doing it every day and cut down your electric bill a little bit? Because they're good for, like, I don't know, something like 2,000 drains and charges and drains, and then the bigger ones are sometimes rated at 3,000 or even 3,500, because that one is just a lithium ion battery, whereas the other one's going to be the Life Pro lithium iron phosphate, that it has a longer battery lifespan. The only drawback is that then it's heavier, And if you're using it at home, I don't really see the weight being a problem at all. So I don't know, something to consider, that if you're in a storm area or something like that, or even if you're not, storms happen, power goes out, and power might go out for a long time, and you might want something that can like keep your fridge running for a few more hours every day, so your food doesn't spoil and your freezer doesn't go bad, or even something small like this that could just run a fan for a while and keep your phones charged, give you a little bit of entertainment while you're waiting around for the power to come back on. There's even bigger ones that you're kind of sort of getting into the Tesla wall territory, where it can like run your whole house for 6 to 12 hours or whatever, depending on how electric, dependent you are, and if it's hooked up to your solar panels and stuff. So there's pass-through charging and stuff like that, so you can use your solar, because we have solar panels on the house, and we haven't had a bill in months now, but we can't have the solar if the electricity's down, because you can't be sending power through down lines. So once lines go down, that's done for us. It's kind of unfortunate to have all that solar panel, and we can use it. But with something like that, or even just other batteries to just wire up your whole system, which is more expensive, that was $200 on sale. And it's something neat to have to just make it a little bit easier when you don't have power for extended periods of time. But I will like to do a little follow-up video and see the AC-180 in action whenever we get that one, the bigger one from Blue Yeti.